Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, we the Hebrew Israelites come out week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom of America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. We are here for the elect, and the elect only of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called West Indian Jamaicans. Levi, the Haitians. Reuben of the Seminole Indians. Gad of the North American Indians. Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. Zebulon is Guatemala to Panama. Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. And Naphtali is Argentina to Chile. These are the 12 tribes of Israel who our big brother Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem. 1/3 the elect. 2/3 are slaves for destruction. Okay. This is an artist's rendition of how the Bible describes Yahweh Shai is looking like. Okay. Red eyes, white hair, bronze skin, with a garment down to the foot. Okay, is he gonna look just like this when he come back? No, we don't know. We don't know what he gonna look like. But we do know the scriptures depict him as a dark skin, what you would call, if he was here, a so-called black man. From the tribe of Judah, right? Judah is the head tribe of the Most High praise. Okay, Judah gonna be leading the forefront of the kingdom, right? We all rest gonna follow. Okay, and that we know the end is near. We watch for prophecy. Okay, we get Revelation 19:10, Baba Bashar, and hold Romans 10:18, and Psalm 19. Revelation 19:10, Romans 10:18, and Psalm 19.
Book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 10. It reads, and I fell at his feet to worship him.
They said, I fell at his feet to worship him, right? And this is John on the island of Patmos, right?
It says, and he said unto me, see thou do it not.
John saw an angel. So his first instinct, he bowed down to it. But the angel said, hey, don't do it. Okay, go ahead.
It says, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brother, that he had the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
It says, worship the Heavenly Father, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
So the testimony of Yahweh Shai the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So Yahweh Shai comes what? In the volume of this book. So it's prophecies all throughout the scriptures, man. Okay? You got people that don't believe in the New Testament. Some say we don't believe in the Old, but you gotta have the Old and the New together. Okay? There ain't no new without the Old. It's just what it is. Okay? What do you think the Yahweh Shai was quoted from all the time? Isaiah. They didn't say, well, this is Titus, because Timothy, they was back there reading from the Old Testament. They was writing what they saw. Okay? So the spirit of prophecy, man. Give me that Romans 10.
This is Romans 10:18. But I say, have they not heard?
Have they not heard who? The nation of Israel? Heard what? It's true. Have they not heard it? Go ahead.
Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth.
So the sound, right? The trumpet, that sound, we were out here blowing that trumpet pursuing the Joel, the 2nd chapter. We're blowing this trumpet. We're blowing a warning sign. Okay? We're blowing a warning, letting the people know that you're at war. Salvation is near. Go ahead.
Their sound went into all the earth, and their words into the ends of the ends of the world.
To the uttermost parts of the earth. Okay, now back then, the world as they know it was over there. And Yahweh Shai was the only one when he said, I got basically he was saying he got sheep over another fold. He was talking about over here in North America because the northern tribe in the 724, 725 BC, right around that circle, they left the Syrian Empire and they came to what's known as Arsharim, the unknown land, which is we know as America. They came over. Okay, and in that time of Yahweh Shai, that was around 4 BC to like 30, 32, 33 BC. See right in there. Okay, from the time his birth to death is right around that time. So at that time over there was the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. The northern kingdom was over here, and he told him he got sheep in that he had to go another fold. He was speaking of coming over here, but nobody over there had never did it. Come over here, the gospel wasn't preached over here. So we in the time now. This time we in now is a time where the gospel is being preached throughout the world. Then it said the end gonna come. Okay? We gotta go through sorrows spoken of in Ezra. There's gotta be sorrows and grief. Mourning and anguish, gotta be death. But we in a time where the gospel is being preached all over the world. And how is it being preached all over the world? Yeah, Psalm 19. It's being preached on the internet. Okay?
Book of Psalms, chapter 19.
Starting 1.
In verse 1, it says, the heavens declare the glory of the Heavenly Father.
So the heavens declare the glory of the Heavenly Father. We see the sun, we see the moon, we see the stars, okay? But then sometimes you can see certain things like you see the chariots, that's the glory of the Heavenly Father in the heavens. Then sometimes you'll see lights that they don't even move, they just be stuck. They look like they're real close. A lot of times those are satellites, okay? Read.
It says, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
So the firmament gonna show his handiwork. Now we was talking about the internet. That's one of the handiworks of the Heavenly Father. Okay, because the Heavenly Father, His word had to go out, and that's how it's going out because they set up satellites. They set up satellites. These satellites are in orbit and they're moving around. They're moving around in circular motion. And once they move around, they're picking up speed. So they're going around at a certain speed. And the Most High have allowed Esau to feed off that through a digital signal, like a wireless digital signal, which whoever the first one that grabbed from that's what kind of speed they're running on, which is government. And then they have came out with these different things called servers, and they push out. They can take all this energy information, all right, and then they can distribute it out through what they call bandwidth. They'll send some here. They got this much. They'll take a little bit and they'll send here. Y'all can deal with that. Then they disperse what they get out. That's why your home, right now, your home computer might be running 4 gigs. Might be running 8. It might be running 16 if you're a gamer. But that's it. That's why when these people be on the game, doing their gaming, you be like, damn, man, you shot me, because he probably got more RAM than you do. He got a 32 gig computer when you got an 8. He gonna move faster than you.
Exactly.
So if you was playing somebody at the FBI, they'd kill you every time because they running on like a 4,000 or 8,000 bit cipher. That's why you see them on TV. They can pull up photos and see what's going on real time. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a handiwork the Lord had done. Go ahead.
It says back in Psalms chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, day unto day utters speech.
Day unto day. So every day it utters speech. So you could go, the internet is worldwide. That's why it's www, World Wide Web. Okay? And anywhere you go in the world, at any time of day, in their language, they listen to that. Right now, it's it's like early morning in China. So it's people over there right now on the internet. They tapped in, like we all tapped into this web. They call it web. Okay. But what does a web do? It trap your ass on it, and that's what the internet do. But once you start looking at it, you can't quit. You can see the people. You can to see everybody now. The majority of the people you see, every 20 people you see, I bet you 18 of them got their head down like this. They on the internet. See, it's a trap. But it's a trap by the Heavenly Father, really, for us to get out the word. Right. Everything else don't mean that. He got everybody else in there. TikTok, Instagram, all these different sex sites, porn sites. But the whole main thing of his handiwork was to make that internet for us to preach the gospel wherever you should go to the ends of the earth. Go ahead.
It says, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Okay, so you can find out anything you want to. You can learn how to cook on the internet. You can learn how to fight. You can learn how to drive. You can learn how to tell jokes. Man, you can learn how to cook. You can learn how to sew. All this shit off the internet. You can learn different languages. You know, all you gotta do is get on there and go to Babel.com. And we know what Babel means. It goes back to the Tower of Babel. Right. You can find out any language. Because what did he do on the Tower of Babel? Dispersed it and had everybody speaking different languages. Right. So that Babel.com, that's what it's for you to learn different languages. Go ahead.
Verse 3 says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
So somebody in Uzbekistan that's speaking probably Russian can understand us. All they gotta do is play the video, hit that little thing on there where the captions come at the bottom. It'll be, they'll hear us in English and it'll be in their language. So it ain't no excuse. People say, well, I ain't never heard of the Lord. Ain't no excuse. There won't be no excuses, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4 says, their line is going out to all the earth.
Say that again.
Verse 4 says, their line is going out to all the earth.
So when you have the satellite, it beams down to another satellite, which beams back up, then it sends signals everywhere. And then when you get down to the main line of it, what they'll do, they'll run what's called fiber optics. It's a big cable, big black cable. They run them under the ground. When they start running fiber optics, that means your speed is going to be faster. But what's faster than the fiber optics is what Esau them use for business. It's called a T1 line. A T1 line is super fast. It's like way faster than what your home computer is. And they use it for business. So when you're dealing with the stock market, you got to be able to keep up. You got to be faster than the person sitting at home, because guess what? You got hackers out there too. People can hack in. If they run on the same cipher, you got a hacker, then you're going to have problems. So that's why a home computer is way much slower than what an office computer might be. And then it's way much slower than what a government computer might be. It's like an FBI or CIA. Because, they shit be real time. They be on watches and shit, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says the line is going out through all the earth.
Through all the earth, man. Everybody got internet. Right? You go to the most remotest end of the earth, you got to go to the word end, it goes into like the word remote, I think. You can go like way in the middle of the Fiji Islands up in the mountains. You be like, damn, what's going on up here? And a motherfucker come out with a cell phone. They'll have a fucking cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Then they came out with email. You was able to digitally talk to people on the other side of the world. Then they came out with the cell phones, and then they came out with this video. Now you can talk to people like damn near real time on the other side of the world on the phone. Esau always had this technology. The technology, they always been advancing the technology, because they had this same thing. We used to see it on Star Trek. When Kirk and them, we talking Spock and them, Scotty and them, they be on the flip phone talking to them. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and their words to the end of the world.
See, the words to the end of the world. So the remotest place where you think there ain't nobody at, somebody got a fucking cell phone. Because somebody's tapped into the word Wild Well. Okay, they tapped in. All right. Any more? That was it on that one.
A little bit more. It says, in them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun.
He set a tabernacle for the sun. You go into the word tabernacle is what? Dwelling. A house. Okay. So the Lord is so cold. He set himself close to the earth where he could talk to you. Because before, if he came down, you really couldn't. You didn't want to see him. Okay?
Yep.
So he's so slick, he's like, look here, I'm gonna set my tabernacle, I'm gonna set my voice where y'all can hear my voice all over the world, but I gotta set this instrument up right outside the firmament.
Right.
Where y'all can hear my voice all over the world, because if I come, you're gonna be afraid. Get that in Moses was on Sinai. Go to Exodus 19. It started at 8, but you can start at 14, I think it is. At 8, I think it starts where the Lord told him what he wanted him to do. And then he had to go back and tell the people. But they was complaining, remember? They didn't have no food. They were talking shit about we could have stayed in Egypt. Jake them complaining like a motherfucker. Complaining, that's all they did. So they wanted to talk to the Lord. Look at I think it's 19. Started 8 or 14. Started maybe 14 because I think 8 reads into it. That's Moses talking to the Lord. And Moses went to talk to the people. I think it's 14.
Good.
Exodus 19 and 14.
This is Exodus chapter 19 and verse 14.